Hello, my little worms. I'm Day, and welcome back to Day Complete's Tabs Campaign, the series in which I play through every Tabs campaign level, one at a time, in order. And currently we're making our way through the spooky, scary Tabs campaign, where the scariest part about the spooky faction is that we have to use them, instead of other units from other factions that would make these levels so much easier. And the level we're attacking today is Celebration. Celebrate good times, come on! And what are we celebrating? I suppose the release of the final ever Tabs update earlier today, because they just released the Neon Unit Creator update that had like a bunch of like neon parts like the Unit Creator. But that's apparently it. We're not getting any more past this point, and it's a bit bittersweet because like it's sad that we're not getting any more updates, but also it's a hell of a game. We've had just a massive fun journey throughout the entirety of it, so I'm okay with no more updates. It's fine. This game's good enough as it is. And our opponents for today are... We've got some monks at the front here. Behind them is some firework archers in a line here. There's some more firework archers up here on the top left and top right. On the bridges, there's some more monks, and then some ninjas with their incredibly fast firing rates. Same on the other side. And, as always, the Monkey King. How many times are you going to have to teach this lesson, old man? Well, quite a lot, because every time the Monkey King shows up, we have to fight them multiple times because of their duplicating ability. Just every single time, it's just half the forces just become just the Monkey King. Just tons and tons of the Monkey King running around. But on this map, there's always the benefit of maybe the Monkey King will just fall in the pit. And if he falls in the pit, we don't have to worry about any of the duplicates. But will that happen? Probably not. But maybe? And here's a team that I prepared now. And before I show you my strategy, let me first go through why most of the units we have here are going to be completely useless for this level. So firstly, we're going to have Skeleton Warriors and Skeleton Archers. And I'll do them both at the same time because it'll just save time here. So we place them down, and the issue with these units is the Firework Archers, because they hit the fireworks into there, and then when they explode, now... And you can see it over here. It's seeming like all of the skeletons around them all at once is the issue here, because of how like grouped up they are. And the skeletons don't have a lot of health. So it means you kind of lose a lot of skeletons just to those explosions, and they're not doing enough damage to like the Monkey King, so he just gets through and just everything just dies. And like the only way you can sort of get around that is by like separating them out a lot. But because of how many you have to place, that becomes like a serious issue on like a map like this, because it's just like there's like hundreds that we have to put, and it's not feasible as a strategy. Then past that point, we've got like, you know, candle heads, which I never really find much of a use of a candle heads in like any of my strategies, because like they don't do a lot of damage. They just do knockback, and that can be useful in certain cases, but in most situations they're just going to knock the units back, not kill them, and then die. So like having a couple can be useful here and there, but a strategy based on them just doesn't seem to ever really be that feasible. Pumpkin catapults are actually a decently useful unit here. The issue, God, we need so many of them, there we go. The issue is the Monkey King. The pumpkin catapults can do a lot of damage to these units at the front here, but the Monkey King can jump in to the back and then get rid of all of the catapults just by himself. So it doesn't really matter how effective they've been across the entire strategy, the Monkey King just kind of deletes them at the end, and that just isn't the most helpful. It'll take a little while though, so I won't watch it all the way to the end for that one. The Reapers. Now, you might think maybe the Reapers would be useful here. The issue with the Reapers, well, one of the issues of the Reapers, is that the tendrils won't work on most of the units here. They only work on units below like a certain like level of weakness, and it's not helpful against anyone here really. They can get the ninjas, and that's about it. So when they're not using their tendrils, that's already removed half of their functionality, and then the issue is that the firework archers have a decent amount of knockback on them, and it stops the Reapers I can speak. It stops the Reapers from being able to actually like approach them easily, so like they'll keep trying to get to them, but they'll just keep getting knocked back like over and over again. And it'll take a little while before that happens though, because they have to take out everyone else, but yeah, they struggle to actually approach here, so they just end up getting finished off by the firework archers, and it makes them kinda pointless, unfortunately. And there they all go. And then we have the vampires. Usually one of the most useful units in like a lot of strategies, because like they're really cost effective as a unit. The problem here is that the vampires, some will probably fall in the pit, because that's just how it works with this like level, yeah, but like mostly they sit here in place on people while they're trying to like drain them dry, and then the issue is because of the fireworks, they kind of just blow up a lot of the vampires while they're actually doing that, so you end up losing so many vampires early on that then there's not enough vampires to actually end up winning in the end. So then it comes down to the only unit I've not talked about so far, the one we're using in the strategy, the Swordcaster. Now, the reason why the Swordcaster is particularly useful for this level is that our primary concern right now is the Firework Archers. And while against like hordes of weak enemies like Skeleton Warriors, they do a lot of damage and like really destroy things, against someone with like a normal sort of like decent health pool like a Swordcaster, they're not as deadly. And the Swordcaster has the added ability of being a floating unit. It doesn't seem to take fall damage. So if it gets sent flying up in the air by the thing, it's not just a guaranteed death from that thing, it's gonna just land and be fine. And while in the air, the Swordcaster can still be like firing its swords and attacking. So they are like one of the most useful units for fighting against firework archers. So that is what is really useful for making a strategy here. So we're gonna be putting 4 more in this section, for 5 in that sort of pattern there. We'll put 2 at the front here to be attacking as quickly as possible, because we know the firework archers are going to be shooting really quickly. So we really want to be getting like some work in at the very beginning before they're getting a lot of the shots off, because we have everyone too far back. That's just going to be screwing us more than helping us. Then we'll have 1 more here, because that's what we can afford. And then with the remaining coins, we'll go up here and put 2 archers and 1 warrior. They might not come up and be all that helpful, but we might as well spend the coins on something. So we'll have like some random shots happening like from up there, because they might have a bigger range than Swordcasters. I don't really know. And then the warrior's probably going to be useless, but maybe I'll be wrong and the warrior will clutch the whole thing. You never know. And now it's time to let this battle commence. Level celebration, go. All right, so we want to immediately be doing a lot of damage to these front monks before these firework archers get too many shots off towards our guys. And now some of these are being sent a little bit right now, like that guy spinning in a circle. Don't fall down the pit. Nope. All right, hopefully we can still win one down. That's really what's going to screw us right now, is if we have some of them accidentally fall in the water or the pits and stuff like that. Just hopefully you guys need to survive long enough to be taking them out. I don't know what happened to the Monkey King. I'm hoping that he's already down, probably somewhere in that. I think maybe, hopefully, because I'm not seeing him anywhere. Come on, guys. Come on, is that the only one left? Come on, shoot that one. And we did it. Okay, good. We were fine even though we lost one of our swordcasters straight down the pit immediately, but apparently it was still good enough, because the swordcasters are just that effective against this sort of enemy units. So yeah, I'm gonna say that went quite well. Victory! Also, I found the Monkey King, so I guess he drowned. That's what happened. Well, I think the Swordcaster plan worked out very well. We did get a little lucky that the Monkey King, like, somehow fell in the water and just, like, died quickly. Like, I know that the Swordcasters could have taken him out, because in testing, they do tend to pretty decently. They do a decent chunk of damage, especially got that many swords from that many goddamn Swordcasters. Yeah, the Monkey King probably was going to get killed either way, and we probably were going to be fine. But it definitely makes things easier when he just gets taken out, especially when we had already, like, lost, like, 2 of our Swordcasters, because one fell in the pit, and I think another one fell in, like, the water and died. Because, like, normally, because they, like, float, they can, like, survive in the water. But if they get, like, knocked into it and then fall over, they're not gonna survive that, and it's not great for them. But anyway, if you liked the video, be sure to leave a like, and why not subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Ring the notification bell, it does something, and I still don't know what. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next level. So for now, good day to you all, and roll the outro.
I gave that bastard what he deserved. A funeral. Fit for a king.